The Doberman Pinscher has a reputation for elegance, strength, and loyalty. Families see its sleek frame and piercing eyes and believe they are bringing home the perfect protector. But behind that reputation lies a truth few want to hear. This is not a dog for everyone, and those who find out too late rarely recover from the experience. Because some owners discover the hard way that love isn't enough. The Doberman demands more than affection. It demands leadership, structure, and clarity every single day. And when those demands are not met, the consequences are devastating. What began as a dream of loyalty turns into a nightmare of control, chaos, and regret. People assume the Doberman adapts to family life. They believe it will mold itself around their routines like a Labrador or Golden Retriever might. But the Doberman does the opposite. It forces you to adapt to it, or it will expose you as unfit to lead. This is why so many owners fail. They expect devotion without discipline, protection without responsibility, and love without strength. And when the dog doesn't bend, they panic. They call it unpredictable, when in reality, it is perfectly predictable for a breed built to anticipate and act. The Doberman does not wait for weakness. It fills the void immediately, stepping into leadership the instant it senses hesitation. Other dogs forgive lapses. This breed doesn't. And once it takes command, the balance in the household is gone. The dog isn't your companion anymore, it is your ruler. This is the moment most owners never see coming. One day the Doberman is following, the next day it is leading, and it never gives back that control. By then it's already too late. The relationship has shifted and the bond is broken. Families try to recover, but the damage lingers. Fear replaces trust, tension replaces loyalty, and what was once devotion becomes domination. This is why so many Dobermans end up in shelters. Not because they are bad dogs, but because people weren't honest about whether they could meet the demands. The brutal truth is that the Doberman is not failing people. People are failing the Doberman by treating it like a pet instead of a protector. Because this breed is never off duty. Even in silence, it is scanning, calculating, and preparing. Living with that kind of intensity is exhausting. Owners who thought they were ready find themselves drained, stressed, and overwhelmed. And when exhaustion sets in, mistakes happen. A single lapse in consistency, and the Doberman takes advantage instantly. That shift is permanent. Once the dog learns it can lead, it will never willingly return to being a follower. This is why trainers warn about hesitation. To the Doberman, hesitation is weakness, and weakness is an invitation to take over. And once it takes over, the household is no longer yours. The rhythm of daily life belongs to the dog. This is the secret reality that so few admit. Owners don't say, "I wasn't strong enough." They say, "The dog was too much." But the truth is simple. The Doberman only reflects what it sees. It mirrors strength with loyalty and weakness with control. That reflection terrifies people, because it forces them to face their own shortcomings in a way no other breed does. The emotional toll is immense. Families lose trust in their dog, and worse, they lose confidence in themselves. Children grow fearful, couples argue, the household feels less like a home and more like a battleground. And all of it could have been prevented. If leadership had been there from the start, the dog would never have had to take control. Because here's the paradox. In the right hands, the Doberman is breathtaking, loyal, intuitive, and capable beyond belief. But in the wrong hands, it becomes overwhelming. Its gifts become weapons, and its loyalty becomes obsession. That is why some owners can't handle it. They weren't prepared to sacrifice comfort for clarity or affection for authority. And the worst part is that realization comes too late. By the time they see the truth, the trust is broken, the balance is lost, and the damage cannot be undone. The Doberman doesn't forgive excuses. It doesn't respect hesitation. It forces you to rise, or it takes over. And once it takes over, there is no going back. So ask yourself before you ever bring one home. Are you prepared to live with structure, discipline, and strength every single day? Or will you end up like so many others, discovering too late that you were never ready for what this breed demands? Because when that moment comes, there is no second chance. The Doberman has already decided and your role has already been replaced. This is the brutal truth. The breed is not failing. It is people who are failing the breed. And that is why some owners can't handle a Doberman until it's too late.